what's up everybody? Brian here with my helper today, Justin.
Yay!
And what are we making today?
French bread.
You forgot for a second, you see that? So we're going to be making homemade French bread. When do we like to eat French bread?
Like a snack before dinner.
Yep.
Like
and
right before dinner.
And what do we eat it with?
Olive oil.
Yeah, we use a little bit of olive oil mix. Now, do you like it? Not the olive oil, right?
No, but I like the French bread. It's really good.
Yeah, it takes a little while to make it. It's going to be about 3 hours. So if we're busy, we'll just go and buy a French bread from the store. But if we got some time, it's so worth it to go ahead and make it from scratch. Start it with a little bit of olive oil and seasoning. It's a nice way to kind of just take a little break from the middle of the day. So we're going to go ahead and get into the ingredients. A lot of this time, by the way, is just in letting it sit and rest and proof. So the mixing really doesn't take a lot of time. So in the middle of that time, you're going to let it proof about twice for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So there's a lot of downtime in there. Active time over the dough probably is maybe a half hour tops. So most of the time is just sitting around and letting it rest, but it does take time from start to finish. So we're going to get into grabbing the ingredients, mixing it together, and we'll get right into it.
I'll be like a boss.
You are like a boss.
All right, we're back. So we have some flour.
How much flour?
6 cups. We're about to put in the 6th one.
Yep.
Some water, hot water, warm water.
So how many degrees is this water?
110.
110 degrees, yep.
110 degrees. Salt.
What type of salt?
Kosher salt.
Not kosher, nope. Table salt, right? Regular table salt. That's
and dry yeast.
Yep, so we got 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and this is about 2.5 packages of active dry yeast. So we still need one more. You didn't put one more in, so go ahead. We need one more scoop.
All right, everybody.
So how do you do it?
Put it upside down.
There you go, you got it. Yep.
What's with the knife? Well, we're not going to use the sharp part. We're going to use the edge.
So push it backwards to the hole first, right? There you go. Okay, hold it straight up and down. Right? There you go. Okay. And now where do you push the rest of it?
Back, down, back.
There you go. Good. So that's how many cups?
6. Now that's finally 6.
All right. 6 cups of flour with about a tablespoon on the counter. But that's okay. We're actually going to use that later. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the KitchenAid. So we're going to bust this bad boy out.
And now, there's 6 cups. We're now going to turn this into 4.
So how many? Yep, we're going to put 2 in the bowl. So go ahead and do that. You want it kind of flat. You don't have to use the knife for this. So that's good. That's 1.
And 2.
Yep.
Just do a little bit more flat. There we go.
I'd give it a little bit more. That wasn't quite. Just a little bit more.
Like that much?
Sure. Okay. There we go.
Okay, just a inch more.
Okay. We got it.
Okay.
And now we're going to sprinkle in the salt and the yeast. So go ahead and do that.
So I take a pinch of it?
No, the whole thing. Dump it in. Yep.
Oh, the whole thing. Dump it in.
Dump it in. Yep.
Bye, salt.
So there's the salt.
Oh, wait. I was losing grip of it.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously.
Yep.
So
and the yeast.
My grip is full of the thing, so I was using.
All right. And we're gonna carefully pour in the water. So go ahead. Yep. So
Yep.
You got it.
Yeah.
There we go. Whoa. I said carefully. So go ahead. Slowly do it. You don't want to go too crazy. There you go. There you go. That's good. A little faster. All right. Nicely done. Nicely done.
That smells good.
It smells good. All right. So there's our water. I'll take that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the KitchenAid on. Now, do we start it fast or do we start it slow, Justin?
Slow.
Why do we start it slow?
Because so then it mixes it all in.
Well, we also don't want flour going everywhere, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start this off slow. And we're going to incorporate all of this together, and then we're going to slowly add in most of the rest of that flour. We're probably not going to use all 6 cups total, but we're going to use at least 5. And whatever's left over, we're going to use that to sprinkle in on our cooking surface. So we're going to go ahead and use a spatula, get the sides. Let's go ahead and kick this up a little bit. There we go. Alright, Justin, let's go ahead and get another cup going of the flour.
So I dump another one in?
Yes, please.
Alright, so now I'm gonna dump it in.
Let me do it, honey. I'll do it this time.
Oh, flip.
Alright.
Oh, snap.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. Alright, so let's... So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this to a nice doughy-like consistency.
Yep. And then at the end, me and Daddy are going to eat it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to eat it right before dinner. If you like this, it's very good. The inside without it is like so good. Like the inside plain, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add a little bit
that's
more.
That's really like dough. That really looks like dough.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pause this, and then we're going to come back when it's all done.
Alright, everybody, so we're going to start rolling the dough. But first, it needs some strong muscle, so I've got that.
Well, good thing we've got you to do the job, right?
Ah.
Look at the gun show. Yeah. Alright, so we put in most of the flour, so here, show everybody how much of the flour is left over. So that's probably about a 1/4 cup is left over. Really did not use, or did not leave that much left.
I'm taking a lot of flour, okay?
Go ahead, and what are you going to do with it?
Sprinkle.
Well, put it closer to you, because that's where we're going to be kneading it, okay? Yep. Give it one more shot. Alright. So this dough has been kneading for, I'd say probably about 5 to 7 minutes. Alright, we're not going to be kneading it over there, right in front of you. Now, for the next 8 minutes or so, like 8, maybe 10 minutes, I guess, we're going to be kneading this dough. Boom.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, get your hands floured up. You got flour on your hands? You want them on your hands.
I'm getting the rest of that out on my hands.
Alright.
Now
So
can I
lightly flour.
roll it
So
up
you're
now?
gonna go ahead and roll it and push. Roll it and push. Now push. Come on, are you kidding me? Man, come on. You just showed off that gun show.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Push it. Alright, let me show you how to do it. So you're gonna want to do it with the heel of your hand, Justin. This right here.
Like that?
There you go. Good. Now do that for the next 2 hours. Okay?
No.
And I'm going to go to the store and I'll come back later. Bye.
Daddy! He's funny sometimes.
Sometimes. Alright, there you go. You got it. Yeah, let me just do it once or twice. So, there you go. Hang on. Let me take over for a second. So we're going to roll. And you want to really push down right here, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Right? No offense. Can I try again?
Alright. Go to town. Go to town, boss. And push with the heel. There you go. Push it away from you. So then roll it towards you.
No way.
And then roll it towards, and then push away. Alright, now let's flip it 90 degrees. Let's flip it so... There we go. We want to work all of that in, okay?
Right. Will we do... Should we pause it, Daddy?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, we should. And...
Okay, so apparently Director Justin saying we should go take a break from this. Unless you guys want to watch all 8 minutes of him struggling with his dough. There you go. That was good, buddy. It's like Play-Doh, bro. Just go to town. There you go. You need to squish it more. I don't care how you roll it, but we got to squish it. Yep, there you go. All right, and then let's flip it over.
Now, can you take it over?
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be doing this for the next 7 minutes. and then we're gonna let it proof. So we'll see you back in about 7 minutes.
So I did it for this whole time.
No, you didn't. Go ahead. How do you do it though? You had some good form going.
Alright, so we do it like this. Twist it. Push it forward.
There you go.
Turn.
That's good form.
Twist it. Push it forward.
Yeah,
away
I like
from
that.
you.
I like that.
So if you don't know how to make it, it's really fun, like we showed you. Let's do it one more time. Push it away. Turn. Roll. Done.
So I'll tell you what, keep going on that for like a few more minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw a towel in the microwave, a damp towel. Put it on for 20 seconds. Just want to get it a little bit warm. And while that's going on, I'm going to take, and I've got a bowl out. I'm going to put a light coating of olive oil on the bowl. Probably like just a smidge. Take a paper towel just to really clean it up. You can keep going.
I'm done.
No, you're not. Keep going for like another hour.
Hey!
Alright, so just a real light coating just so it doesn't stick to the bowl.
I'm not doing it for another hour.
Oh, why not?
Hey, I'm done with this cookie already.
Alright, so like I
feel
said,
it? Can I feel it?
go ahead.
Oh, that's warm.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want. We want a nice warm towel on it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to shape this into a bowl.
Flapped.
Alright, I'll take over. So actually how you had it was perfect. So we're just going to lay it like this. I'm just going to kind of roll it onto itself. Like this. And then just, I like to throw a little bit of olive oil just all around it.
Do you know what the funny thing is about it? It's got to get bigger than that.
How do you know? Is it?
Yeah,
Well,
he told me.
Well, yeah, I told you. So
It's got to get bigger.
we're going to throw it in. I like to put it with the fold side down. I just put it in there quickly just so it could get a little bit of olive oil on it. And then we're going to go ahead, cover this with that nice warm towel. And we're going to let it sit there for about, let me say about 30, maybe 45 minutes. And that might double in size. So we'll come back once it's good and doubled.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Do you gonna say anything else?
No.
Okay. All right, so we've been letting it rest here for about 40 minutes, and as you can see, it's kind of gotten a little bit bigger.
Well, it did get a little bit bigger.
So that has pretty much doubled in size. So we're gonna take it out of the
Can
bowl.
I feel it?
Well, you're going to with your fist. Go ahead, hit it. That was the weakest hit ever. I thought you just flexed your muscles. Come on, hit it, hit it, hit it. Hit it. All right, get that one right there. Come on. All right. So now what we're going to do is, there we go.
Ooh, I just touched it.
All right.
I just beat up that dough.
So
Oh my God.
sprinkle a
Stop.
little bit of dough.
Can I-
I mean, a little bit of flour.
can I-
I
Okay.
got it. We don't want too much. And then what we're going to do is cut this. We're going to cut it into half. We're going to actually
cut
make
this
two loaves.
baby.
Yep.
Cut this baby. Cut this.
So we're going to cut it.
In half. Then we gotta make two. And then we gotta set it for 2 minutes. Cut it. Make it into 2 loaves of bread. And then, once you make it into 2 loaves of bread, set it for 45 more minutes.
Well, all right, slow down. One step at a time. All right, one
And
step
then
at a time.
we're gonna eat it.
Calm down, Turbo.
Alright,
So
I'm
yes, you're.
just gonna eat it. I just wanna eat it. I'm
So-
just excited about the eating part.
Yes, you are excited about the eating part. So we went ahead
So delicious.
after we proofed it, cut it in half. We're gonna cover this and let it go for another 10 minutes, and then it's almost to make the bread time, the actual sizing of the bread. So 10 minutes like this, and then we'll come back. All right, everybody. So I'm back. Justin's right now having a snack, and honestly, he's not going to be able to really help out much with this part. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and form the baguettes. So these have been resting for about 10 minutes. They've gotten a little bit bigger. So what we're going to do is take one of them. We're going to start to roll it out. So a little bit more flour on there. So start with about a 4x2 rectangle. And then we're just going to go roll it and just kind of press it gently. And we're just going to make thinner and thinner, longer and longer rectangles. Just pressing gently, folding it in half, and keep rolling it. And once this gets long enough, we're going to go ahead and just roll it out. We want it to be about, let's say probably about 18 inches. I think we can probably fold it one more time. And we're just going to roll it. Start from the center and just work your way out. It's almost like Play-Doh. And we're going to pick up some of that flour on the way. And there we go. So put that aside for now and sprinkle a little bit more flour on there, and we're going to do it again. All right. So again, start with about a 4x2 rectangle, about that. Flatten it down, fold it in half, and you're going to flatten it again towards the edges. And then we're going to fold it again, roll it on top of itself, and push it down. And about one more time. There we go. And then just roll it. And we're going to just roll that till it's about the same size as the other one. We want to make sure that that seam where we folded, that it's really crimped down. We don't want that to open up. And just start rolling it from the center and just working its way out. So roll it from the center and work its way out. All right, and there we go. We've got two nice sized baguettes. One's a little smaller than the other, but you know what? That's gonna be good eats right there. So what I also am going to do now is take a pan, and we're going to proof it on here. We're going to put it with a little bit of oil. And just like I did with the bowl, I'm going to take a paper towel and just spread that around it, just to lightly put a little bit of oil on the bottom of that. There we go. All right. Keep that towel. We're going to cover it again and put a little bit of cornmeal on the bottom. This is going to really stop it from sticking. So just take it and just lightly sprinkle some cornmeal on top of it.
Do you know who I want to
Not a lot.
Do you know who I want to be on show?
There we go. That's good. Okay? Not too much. So I'm going to go ahead and take the bread, try to put it seam side down right on there, just like that. Can you guys see that right now? I think you can. Yeah. Do it one more time, just like that. All right. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and take an egg wash. So what I did was take one egg. I took one egg white and mixed it with a little bit of water. There it is. All right, so it's just one egg white with a little bit of water, about a tablespoon of water. I'm just gonna brush that on top and on the sides. This is gonna give it that nice brown finish. So on the top and on the sides, just like that. And so at this point, it's going to sit for another about half hour. and then it's going to bake for another 40 minutes. So really from this point, you want to expect to eat in around an hour and 10 minutes, all right? And that's when the bread will be ready. So you want to plan this now for when you want to eat. Just scooch that over a little bit. There we go. Don't want it right on the edge. All right. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cover this with the towel, and then I'm going to let this sit again for like another half hour or so. All right, just to let that go ahead, soak up that water and egg, and just to let it rest a little bit longer, and we will be good to bake. So before this is done, we're going to want to go ahead and preheat the oven. So we're going to preheat it to about 375, okay? So I say with about 10 minutes to go, we'll preheat the oven to 745, but in 30 minutes or so, this will be done resting. All right, so about 20 minutes, or I'm sorry, 40 minutes has gone by. So what I'm going to do now is uncover this, and then we're going to go and make a couple of cuts on the bread. So there we go. This is all done proofing. So I'm just going to go take a sharp knife, and I'm just going to make about 3 or 4 diagonal cuts on this. Like that. Not too deep, just a little bit shallow cuts. About 3 or 4 of those, like that, okay? That's about it. So then what I'm going to do is I've already preheated the oven when there was 10 minutes left on the proofing process, so I preheated the oven to about 375. We're going to let this go for 20 minutes. Another thing I didn't mention before is we want to keep aside that egg wash with the water. We're not done with that yet. I'm not going to put it on now, but we're going to put the bread in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to pull it out and put the egg wash on again and put it in for another 20 minutes. So I'm going to put it in the oven, again, 375 for 20 minutes. Set the timer. And then after 20 minutes, I'm going to pull it out, put that egg wash on it, and then put it back in for another 20 minutes, and then pull it out when it's done. So I'm not going to show you me putting the egg wash on. I think you know how to do that. So we will see you after 40 minutes. All right, so the bread is done. So I am slicing it now. I let it rest on a cooling rack for about 5 minutes. So again, this was in a 375 oven. We cooked it first for about 20 minutes. Baked it for 20 minutes, pulled it out, put an egg wash on it, and then baked it again for another 20 minutes. And that egg wash really helped it get that nice golden brown color. And I'm just going ahead and slicing it. I mean, I don't know if you can see the steam coming off of it, but this is just perfect. That's what you want right there. And I've got a bowl off to the side here that I'm going to put this in. So this is going to be fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and serve this up. I like a little bit of olive oil drizzled with a little bit of seasoning in it. We'll put that off on a plate on the side, but you can serve this however you want. This is just a nice little step up, something a little bit classy to do instead of just your normal appetizer. Having a nice little French baguette, and it goes great with some olive oil. Or if you want to have some cheese on the side, that too. It's just something kind of fun to do. And again, it's really easy to make. It's not hard. It's just the only time intensive part is just because of the fact that you're just letting it sit and rest for so long. Letting the bread proof for 30 minutes, molding it again into 2 loaves, and then again for another 30 minutes. But other than that, like I said, the time that you're actually taking on the bread, like hands-on time, is really not that bad. It's about a half hour and that's it. And I mean, there it is. Look at that. And it smells terrific. So there you go. There's your French baguette.
So good.
What do you think?
Smells very good. If you haven't tried it, you gotta check this out.
All right, so we'll let it cool down a little bit because it just came out of the oven, and then we're gonna do a taste test.
Good.
All right, so the bread is done. We cut it up. We've got it. We're ready for the taste test.
Olive oil right there.
I've got a little plate of olive oil here, which I like, but Justin likes it plain. What do you think, buddy? How's it go?
I'm gonna try to crust down.
Go for it. This is really good.
The middle plate is the best part for me, right there, the middle.
No. The crust is the best part for me.
The middle is the best part.
Well, we get to agree to disagree. But this is perfect. Really nice, soft on the inside there, but it has a nice, solid crust on the outside. This is exactly what you want. Go ahead, hold it up. Show me. That was one of them. So we made 2 loaves. That's one of them. We've got the other one that we haven't even cut up yet that we'll have later. So this makes a good amount, but you think it's a lot. It goes quick. We're going to go through an entire loaf in one afternoon, no problem. It is really good, super great flavor in this. And like I said, I like it, Meredith likes it, Stephanie likes it with a little bit of olive oil. Justin, you like it just plain, don't you?
I like it when we're watching BattleBots. So if you don't know it, you should watch it.
BattleBots is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys try this. I like it a lot, and I hope you do too. And it took, start to finish, it took about 3 hours with all the proofing time and everything. 3 hours and 15 minutes tops. So again, you want to do it on an afternoon where you got some time, but it is totally worth it in the end. So what are you doing? So I hope you guys like it, and I will see you again next time.
Bye, everybody.